What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool still are being linked with Andre, the Fluminense midfielder who was voted the man of the match in the Fluminense Al-Ali semi-final of the Club World Cup, where Fluminense were 2-0 winners yesterday, and they will meet the Man City Urawa Red Diamonds other semi-finals winner in the Club World Cup final. So Andre could win two big major trophies before joining a Premier League club, and he actually confirmed recently that he will and he wants to move to the Premier League. He's still dreaming of moving to the Premier League, and I think for 25 million pounds he would be an absolutely ideal transfer for Liverpool. And newspapers keep linking him with Liverpool, even though some Liverpool-based journalists played those links down. But that happened before, when we signed Thiago. James Pearce, for example, Liverpool-based journalist, just a few days before Thiago was announced, he still said that Thiago is not joining Liverpool. So I'm not sure who to believe, but several Premier League clubs in recent months have been scouting Andre, and they have been watching Fluminense games, and Fluminense had a great run in the Copa Libertadores, which is the South American Champions League, and Fluminense won the competition for the first time in their history, and Andre is one of the best and most talented midfielders. But according to some news live outlets, at the moment Fulham are leading the race to sign Andre, but Arsenal, Liverpool and other clubs are not completely out of the race. And recently Andre has said that the Premier League is a big dream of his. He said, "I watch the Premier League and it's a big dream to play there one day. I'm focused on finishing the season with Fluminense and realizing our own dream of winning the Club World Cup. But my dream is clear, to be a Premier League player in the future." And he commented on potentially facing Manchester City in the Club World Cup final. He said, "Over the last 5 years, Manchester City are the best team in the world, and everybody in Brazil stops to watch them play. It will be an incredible experience to play in the Club World Cup final if they get in through to it." And Andre, of course, helped Fluminense win the Copa Libertadores. He is still one of the highest rated and one of the highest regarded players in South American football. And even the Fluminense president pretty much confirmed that this is Andre's last season at Fluminense, and he's leaving the club at the end of the season to go to Europe. And of course that destination is still not set, so Liverpool still have a chance to sign Andre, and I think we should all out go for him, because Liverpool still have a lot of injury problems, even though Pep Yinders gave us a really good update in the pre-West Ham League Cup quarter-final press conference, where he said that even though Ben Doak requires surgery on his knee issue, but Ryan Gravenberch avoided a hamstring injury. He just has a little bit of fatigue, so he will be available for the Arsenal game, and McAllister won't be available until the new year potentially, so McAllister misses the Arsenal game, but he doesn't have any pain anymore, so McAllister will start training. Diogo Jota is also progressing with his recovery, so he could be available very, very soon as well. And Andre has a lot of miles in his legs this season. He played 60 times for the Fluminense team, and he already has now 4 appearances for the Brazilian national team. But weirdly, Brazil have no wins in those 4 games. Brazil recently lost to Colombia and Argentina, and they are sliding down in the table of the World Cup qualifying groups of all the South American nations. And Liverpool have continued to be linked with Andre, who recently shone during Fluminense's historic campaign. And Liverpool would be offered priority over other clubs should they wish to make a deal, given their pre-existing relationship with Fluminense, because in the summer transfer window we were basically promised that we will have first dibs on Andre. We can sign him earlier than anybody else, or before anybody else, because we were patient and we understood that Andre wished to honor his word to the club president that he will stay at Fluminense until the end of the season, so they have the best chance to win the Copa Libertadores. And it worked out fantastically for Fluminense. said that because they won the Copa Libertadores, they are now in the final of the Club World Cup. Imagine if they could beat Manchester City, so I'm rooting for Fluminense definitely. And Globo Esporte, a South American news outlet, claimed that Fluminense, if no other club other than Fulham come in for Andre, then they might be deciding to wait to sell Andre and wait until the summer to sell him, because that's when they would get really big offers from European clubs. The Brazilian outlet also adds that Liverpool were among the clubs to scout Andre during the Copa Libertadores run, suggesting that there is still a level of interest there. I mean, Liverpool almost bought Andre. We already bid 20 million euros for him in the summer transfer window. So I definitely think that Liverpool have a concrete interest still in Andre, and we just are waiting for, January transfer window to open to make the move. And now let's talk about the Liverpool-West Ham League Cup quarterfinal, because Pep Yinders confirmed that Liverpool take this competition very seriously. We want to go through, we want to go to the final and win it, because we are so close to the semi-finals. So even though Liverpool only have like 5 fit midfielders at the moment, and maybe because Gravenberch is right now down with fatigue, we will rest Dominic Szoboszlai, who looked very tired against Manchester United, so probably Harvey Elliott, Endo and Curtis Jones will start in midfield. But because Liverpool have so many injuries, we don't have a lot of options to rotate the team. Ben Doak was hurt playing for the Liverpool under-21s on Sunday against Chelsea. He tore his lateral meniscus, which needs surgery. He's young, he's a positive guy, and he will come back stronger. We need him to come back with the same fire he has with the ball. Dominic Szoboszlai is only fatigued, but Gravenberch also is very tired, so probably Gravenberch will miss the West Ham game. And Pep Yinders gave a positive update on Alexis McAllister, who is progressing well. Pep Yinders said that he doesn't have pain anymore, which is a good thing. Diogo Jota is doing ball work on the pitch, so he's getting closer and closer. But always with hamstring injuries, you have to be very careful. We always say when they come back, give them another 2 or 3 days for sure. So Jota and McAllister will miss the Arsenal game, and then we will see whether they can come back before the new year. And Jurgen Klopp is still very optimistic about Darwin Núñez and his progression. Even though he has a 10-game goal drought, I feel that the Liverpool fans need to be more patient with the guy. Even though I'm as frustrated as anyone about Darwin Núñez's finishing recently, we are still in a very good position in the title race, and I think with the amount of chances Darwin Núñez is getting, sooner or later he will start scoring goals regularly again. Jurgen Klopp said, I'm really happy with what I've seen at the moment, and the rest will come. We are completely calm with Darwin Núñez. Could he score more goals? Yeah. Could he have more situations? I don't think so. He has all the moments. Now we all have to do is work on that last touch. Klopp always said that Darwin Núñez was a long-term plan, a long-term project. When he eventually comes good, of course, then we will all be rewarded. And I think Liverpool fans should give more time to players, especially new signings. Darwin Núñez is still relatively a new signing. He has been at Liverpool now for 1.5 years. His first season, of course, wasn't as good as everybody hoped, but he still scored 15 goals. For a new striker, that's pretty decent. And this season, I think he will hit 20 goals, maybe even more, and that could be a really good second season, and we will build on that, and Darwin Núñez will build on that. Liverpool creates so many chances, we get so many opportunities that Darwin Núñez will score a lot of goals, and as long as he is getting chances, as long as he's getting into good positions, I think he will score goals. We need to supply him better, we need to give him better balls in better positions. But Liverpool have so many injuries, it's really tough to have a settled team to supply Darwin Núñez with brilliant assists, with brilliant balls. And Darwin Núñez gave an interview to Ben Foster on Amazon Prime where he said the big difference between Darwin Núñez this season and Darwin Núñez last season is obviously he is completely settled as a person. The Fulham game is a very good example. One chance he could have done better, the other chance he's doing everything right, and he hits the crossbar. Trent's ball, crossbar, back of Leno, and it goes in. Darwin Núñez's crossbar, Darwin Nunez's shot, it hits the crossbar as well, but it comes out. Where's the difference really? Just a few millimeters, a few inches. He has all these moments, and his understanding and his involvement in Liverpool's third goal against Fulham, header to Mo Salah, Mo Salah passes to Vaterrando, and he finishes into the top corner. These things are so important. He stays in the games, he's super positive in and around the game. So if Jurgen Klopp trusts Darwin Nunez to come good, then you should as well, and I should as well. It's a message for me as well, to maybe trust the process more, because very rarely you can sign a young striker who is the finished article straight away. We got very, very lucky with Mo Salah. We signed him at like 24 years old, and he hit the ground running. He scored 44 goals in his first season, and since then he averages 31 goals per season throughout his whole career. Even though some people, I'm looking at you, Anfield Agenda, some people have said we should sell Mo Salah. Absolute nonsense. He has 22 goal contributions in 23 games, which is on par with the best of the best. And he is actually getting more goals and assists contributions this season than he has throughout his whole career. So I think we should even give him a new contract, never mind selling him. I want Mo Salah to stay at Liverpool for the next 4 or 5 years. And Darwin Nunez was a little bit aggressive in the wrong way in the beginning, Jurgen Klopp said, when things didn't go well, but now he's completely relaxed in these moments. He's aggressive, but in the right way. So yes, I'm really happy with what I see in the moment, and the rest will come, the goals will come. What I think Darwin Nunez should improve on is be more calm in his finishing. He's still a little bit too emotional, he's still a little bit too carried away when he gets a big chance. He's maybe a little bit too anxious. When you are a striker, you need to be ice cool in front of goal. You need to calm yourself, you need to compose yourself, you need to just, your mind should sit still in that moment and just give yourself half a second to compose yourself, and don't rush the shot, and just finish as best as you can. I think if Darwin Nunez figures that out in his mind, and I think he will figure it out, he will become a 25-30 goal a season striker. I'm still pretty convinced of that. And I'm not sure how reliable a source TalkSport is, but they claimed yesterday Andre has a big chance to go to Fulham, because Fulham has an agreement in principle to sign Andre for £20 million with Fluminense. But I think Fluminense can get more money for Andre if they wait for Liverpool or Arsenal to come calling, and I think Liverpool should pay 25-30 million for Andre, because he's worth that amount, and it's still cheaper than his release clause, which is I think 35 or 40 million pounds. And I see a lot of maybe unfair criticism of Dominik Szoboszlai. He had a few below par games, but because he's set his standards so high, remember he's still only 23 years old, he's still developing and improving, and he's also a new signing, and he has created 28 chances in his first 12 Premier League games, which is almost 2.5 chances created per game. That was the second most for Liverpool FC, behind Mo Salah. Just think about it, a 23-year-old midfielder, new league, new country, everything new for him, and he still creates the second most chances in the Liverpool team behind Mo Salah. But then, since then, in his last 5 games, he only created 4, which is 0.8. So definitely there is room to improve, and definitely he has seen a little bit of a dip in his form, but that maybe coincided in Liverpool having a dip in form. In the past 4 or 5 Premier League games, we haven't played as well as in the first 12 games. But hopefully Dominik Szoboszlai, who should get a rest against West Ham and maybe come on in the second half, hopefully he can kick on and have a better second half of the season. Anyway, that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm still working on a brand new Liverpool Career Mode episode that will probably come out tomorrow. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays if you celebrate the holidays. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.